Let's just take it from the top. Scott and I got to Jackson Hole, stayed in a nice little cabin, and then he says, you know, let's pack. Let's get our packing together. Let's take everything apart. And in the process, I got rid of about 5 items that I dearly could use now. All this was weight. One thing, for instance, was some super glue, which weighs about a millionth of an ounce. No. Don't want to bring that. A plastic mirror weighs about a quarter of an ounce. No. You don't want that. And God, there's some other damn things I can't remember right now. Anyway, we had a very nice evening there. That was good in Jackson Hole. And the next day we hit the trail about 2 o'clock and we hiked straight along for 5 hours. Got to camp at 7. It takes forever to get camped together. You got to get out the tent, start the fire, have your cup of soup. And oh, I know one of the things he told me not to bring was the extra flask that I had. So I'm just about out of booze. And it's Thursday, we got 2 more nights. Is that right? I hope. And or less. And so then anyway, next morning, wake up, off we go. Takes 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours to get camp tightened up, put away. And what was described to me initially as almost like a game safari in Africa, turns out that there is like no game here. You don't even hardly see a chipmunk or a squirrel. You hardly see shit. Well, actually, that's a mistake because you see lots of shit. Bear shit. We haven't seen a bear yet, but there gotta be bears around here because we see a lot of their crap everywhere. Anyway, you walk all day long. You don't pause for hardly anything. If you have lunch, it's 10 minutes. And then it's back on the trail. And you get to camp at like last night at 7 o'clock. During the day, as I said before, it hailed, it rained, the trail's muddy, and it's not very pretty because the whole place is destroyed by fire. A 1988 fire they've swept through here. I mean, we're standing in an area now that is a green area. Most of it is burn area. You just can't believe it. Yesterday afternoon was very much like, I could put it into 3 movies. Bridge on the River Kwai, Sound of Music, and Dr. fucking Vargo. We had, it was just hell. It ended up being nothing but muddy, and so all our boots got totally soaked. Tried to clean up the boots as best we could, and mine shrank a bit. This is some of the richer countryside we've gone through today. As you can see all around us, the nature, the wildlife, the beauty of it all. Hear that? That's a helicopter. If we had a smoke flare, I'd send it up just to get them to come down and get an emergency pickup. Can you hear it in the background? Just a little helicopter. Oh, by the way, here's some more of that scenic countryside I was talking about. And that is our team leader out there in the distance. His name is Smokey now. The rest of the boys are coming down the trail. Nobody has a smoke bomb. Helicopter passed by. It's one of the things I've learned on this trip in Yellowstone is make sure you got your bear spray and that you are very careful of all the game. There are herds of wild game out here. Much like going on an African safari in many respects, but it's right here in our own country. By the way, you can see here, there's quite a bit of gopher. These are gopher trails all along here. This light, it really shows them up well. Yes, sirree. And the Grand Tetons are over here. But, you know, we're kind of far away, but if you get in your car, you can drive right by the things. This is probably one of the finest pieces of terrain we've gone through. This is Smokey's favorite. This is the burn, as he likes to call it. As you can see all around us, it is the burn. Smokey's down there, just ripping away at it. And you know, I've come to a bit of a conclusion about this. This trip has no destination except the parking lot that we left from. There's never been a day where we sat around and enjoyed ourselves, and just as well, because you gotta keep hiking. That's the whole deal. I'd like to make an introduction to, I'm not quite sure if it's a friend or foe, but we've only known each other for just about a week now. And his name is Gregory. Don't call him Greg. He's a little sensitive. He's new to this world, as a matter of fact. He has some issues. He had some birth defects. Was born without legs. He's about 42 pounds. Has very funny looking arms. And he's green. His name Gregory, as I said before. And I've been carrying this son of a bitch around for about a week. And I can't wait to get him back to the car. Okay, we got some serious excitement here, folks. Now you can see our Intrepid. This is called glassing. You can see all this. They're glassing.
Slope, but the far.
And apparently they've seen something about 5 miles away. Maybe some game.
No, it has. There's a
We
white
did see
structure.
a big buck and a doe back there.
That's
Show them this
a big buck and a doe way over there. Now you have to say that this scenery is pretty. Oh, there goes a bird. Do you see that bird?
Spectacular.
My God.
Storm.
That was stunning. A magpie.
Oh, no, it's not. It's a Clark
Front piece
nutcracker.
with
It's a Clark nutcracker.
a face of rock.
Now
lit
you
by
can
the
see the
sun.
herds of elk over there. Let me just point them out right over there, about 20 miles away.
That is spectacular.
Anyway, this has been a pretty successful glassing, as we call it.